Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to the Khasam Show. Thank you so much. We are at 159 subscribers. So thank you all of you 159 wonderful people. I saw that one of our videos got like over 4,000 views of Rabia Jamil. I don't know what it is about Rabia Jamil's video. So you guys need to tell me more about why 4,000 of you watched it so I can make sure that the others are also getting 4,000 views. Without further ado, I'm not going to give you any life lessons today. I want you to meet this wonderful person, this wonderful human being who also happens to run her own business, Amira. Assalamu alaikum, Amira.
Walaikum assalam. How are you, Maria?
I'm fine. How are you?
I am okay, good. Thank you, alhamdulillah.
So, कैसी हैं, कैसा चल रहा है आपका लॉकडाउन? अभी हमने उसके ऊपर बहुत ज़्यादा गपशप लगाई, but again, tell me, कैसा चल रहा है?
ठीक चल रहा है. So far, so good. As long as we are happy, we are healthy. That is the only thing which matters. And so definitely, we are following all the regulations which are given by the government, and we are being sensible, trying to be sensible as much as we could. So, ठीक है, alhamdulillah.
So, how do you stay happy in the lockdown?
By count your blessings. That is the only way out. There are so many people who don't have this facility of having a house, having food, having electricity, having their family near about, having everybody happy in the family, having everybody healthy in the family, you know, count your blessings. That is the only way.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, Amra, tell us a little bit about yourself. What is your educational background? Where are you from? What do you do?
Okay, I belong to Lahore, and my educational qualification is that I'm a medical doctor by profession, and which I'm not practicing, and I'm just a freelance volunteer worker as far as my profession is concerned. And I go to a couple of volunteer organizations, and I volunteer there and work for them free. And primarily there is nothing much to do क्योंकि हमारा front तो सारा closed है. There is no patients, no OPDs, nothing. I have a small concern by the name of the Crochetteer, which I started a couple of years back. Just for the sake of fun, I started crocheting just to kill my time, keep myself busy, and with the best of time, everything went well. Or you know, my work it became neater and neater, and the family is sick of my gifts. Then I started a concern of my own. So to see how the people they respond to my work and how they respond to what I do. So I got a good response after a couple of exhibitions, and I got some online orders too. So this is how I kept on doing exhibitions and some online things. So, it's fun. It's nice to be into something, and it's nice to create something which is not a copy paste of anywhere. You know, I created myself. I go by myself. जैसा मेरा दिल चाहता है, जो कलर्स मुझको पसंद है, जो मुझे पसंद है, नहीं पसंद I won't do, but something like that. So it's more of a self-satisfaction.
ये बताएं कि एक डॉक्टर क्रोशेटियर कैसे बना? हम लोगों ने सोबिया जी का इंटरव्यू किया था. Sobia Habib, who's also, I think, someone that you know. She's also a medical doctor who left that profession for whatever reason, and she got into crochet. अब आपका क्या story है? How did you get into?
Actually, the story तो कोई ऐसा खास नहीं है. Somehow the other हमारे वक्त के स्कूल में they used to teach handworks, you know, convents में सब में है, बहुत अच्छा.
You went to convent, CJM?
Yes, everywhere. No, I did not in Lahore. My father was in army. I went to other convents in different territories, not in Lahore. So we used to learn a lot of things. I had always been like मुझे बहुत craze रहा था throughout. Like my drawing बहुत अच्छी थी. I used to draw. I used to paint. मुझे अपनी mother से मैंने embroidery सीखा. Only of my siblings who know how to do embroidery or सीखा basic crochet. So somehow the other crochet, why it inspired me is one thing that एक तो ये कि बहुत जल्दी बन जाता है. मतलब you get a quick result. दूसरा ये कि it's very more creative than embroidery or like painting, or it's a nice way of expression. I like it that way. I mean, I mingle the colors and I do whatever I do. और मुझे अच्छा लगा, मुझे easy लगा. I learned from YouTube naturally. So, but I carried on well. मुझे अच्छा लगा.
It's amazing you also mentioned YouTube, ना क्योंकि YouTube का उस दिन भी किसी ने mention किया कि how YouTube is such a good teacher, someone who learned how to make handbags, leather handbags through watching YouTube videos. आपने भी mention किया, but YouTube तो बहुत late आया. मतलब I'm 41. I know I was in college when internet came out, or there was no YouTube at that time. Initial days of the internet. तो ये तो बहुत देर की बात है. कैसे ख्याल है कि YouTube से ये देख?
3 years back ही तो मैंने सीखा है. It's not like I had been crocheting. I knew the basics since my school days, but never been like into making something like कभी बना लिया, चलो एक poster बन गया, something like that. Never been into it. शौक किया, कभी कुछ कर लिया. 3 years back, I mean, just like the groups we joined, some group had popped on my Facebook, and I just opened that group or joined that group, and there were so many beautiful things over there. And all the persons who were doing that, the thing which inspired me the most was that they were like senior citizens, 65 plus, they were ladies, men, most of them. And they were doing crochet, and they were creating things, and they were sharing with each other. Somewhere, somebody sitting in Britain, and someone sitting in Australia, and America, maybe Iceland, and somewhere here and there, and they were just connected through this one thing, which is crochet. So I liked it so much. So I joined them, and with this one group, I kept on joining so many groups, and they make new things, they guide you, they tell you, they help you out. I followed this kind of a tutorial. You can just go to the YouTube, or you can just go to this and so page. You can look into it. You can read that, how to read a pattern, how to draw a pattern, Just like we used to have knitting books. We don't have any crochet books here in Pakistan lately when I went to the bookstores. But online, everything is available. It is so easy now since I'm gathering it. So it is very easy for me now to just read the pattern. Even I can read a drawing too, just because of this help from all those persons online.
Did your parents ever show their disappointment in you कि हमने इतना पढ़ा लिखा के डॉक्टर बनाया, and what are you doing? You're not practicing, and you're making these toys and these posters and stuff. Did you ever face that?
No, never. Just because when there was my time to work as a doctor, at that time I had so many other different things on my mind. My husband was a captain in Vice Navy, so he used to be away for a longer period of time. And I had kids, and I had my in-laws living with me, both old, both frail. So I had so many responsibilities. When I look back, there were times when I feel very depressed, and I did not do anything, and I could have excelled. I was a very good student. I did so much. I could have done much more better. But now I don't regret. When I look back, I remember each and everything. When did the first tooth come out? And when did my child took the first step? When did he found a single word? When did he say Amma to me? There were so many things when I look back, which my class fellows, my friends, my batchmates, or many other lady doctors, they were missing all that. I did not miss a single thing. So when I look back and when I see my kids, I see them happy, I see them healthy, I see them successful, I see them a better human being, it covers all. So I don't regret that.
So do you ever feel that men in our society miss out on that experience that you just mentioned? Or do you think that they are naturally tuned not to care for such things? What do you think?
No. They miss out. Definitely they miss out. If both husband and wife are working together, what I think is they become more considerate. I can give cover to my husband can give cover to. If only 1% of the family is working, just like here in Pakistan or maybe all the Asian countries mostly, the men are working and the women are not working. There is a whole lot of family sitting back at home and waiting for the pay to come and eat and enjoy. So the men, they do miss out. I really sometimes I feel pity. They miss out. It shouldn't be like that.
Coming back to the business side, when did you feel that what you were doing was a business? Although it's a sole proprietorship, let's say it's a one-person company, but when did you start thinking that, okay, I need to take this more seriously and this is a business?
Actually, I saw a couple of ladies doing things like that. I went to Karachi very regularly ever since it started here in Lahore, and many other exhibitions. I'm very fond of going to the exhibitions. So I saw many females doing such like handwork, small embroidery, small knitting, small crocheting, many other things, small paintings, and whatever of this solo proprietors. But I like the idea of, firstly, I like their idea of being so aware of themselves, so aware of coming into the public and meeting people and making things and showing people their skill. So it clicked me कि अगर नहीं भी it won't click to the people तो क्या होगा? What will happen? They won't buy. So I'm not investing like billions of rupees here. So that won't go waste. I'll give it to somebody like I always used to gift around. So I did not invest that much amount which I can afford to lose. क्या होगा अगर नहीं बिकेगा? People won't buy. What happens? Nothing. It's just my effort, my sole effort. I can gift it. I can keep it to myself. It's not occupying space. So why not reach out to people? Why not go see how they respond to what I am doing? I got a good response, and I liked it, and so I carried it on.
Did you feel hesitant in the beginning asking, selling your products, asking people for money, saying that this is for this much, and then them bargaining, of course, because when you're doing it in the beginning, you're a little hesitant and you feel shy about it. How was your experience?
Very much, very much. There are so many people who come and who say that ये तो हमारी नानी को भी आता था, ये तो हमारी दादी को भी आता था, मेरी तो मेड भी बना लेती है. सब इतना महंगा, तो मतलब for a moment of second you're totally speechless कि यार ये इतना महंगा कहाँ है? It's just peanuts. So बहरहाल अभी भी I'm very hesitant. Still, people they do come, they do try to bargain, and they do get favors many a times. But one thing I learned out of that is I never bargain now. I basically am not a bargaining kind of person. When I go to some other person's stall, I do not bargain. Yes, I would like to bargain to a bigger concern. They have bigger margins, but not to anybody who is selling their handicrafts. I have never bargained now.
Same with me.
That is a lesson.
If it's a handmade thing, if it's a small business, I don't bargain. I just, if I can afford it, I'll buy it. If I can't, I'll leave it. But I'll never. Your prices are too high.
That is one change which I see in myself. Is if I can afford it and I like it, I buy it instantaneously without even asking for a simple discount. And if I cannot, I won't. But I would not say to anybody who is owning a small home-based business, just like me, to give me some kind of discount and I won't buy it. ये बहुत महंगा है. It's very, I don't. It's not.
अच्छा, ये बताएं कि आपने अपने बिजनेस को have you thought about registering your business and taking it more seriously, maybe getting a membership of the chambers, etc.
Yeah, Maria, lately I had been thinking over it. मुझे अभी कोई इतना, मैं बल्कि रोज अपने हस्बैंड का भी सर खाती रहती हूँ कि अगर मैं इसको रजिस्टर करवाऊंगी तो what would I get in benefit? I don't mind getting it registered. I don't really mind it. Something is documented. I am a taxpayer myself now without paying, not earning a penny like that, but I still do pay tax. So why not get it registered? But I am still not able to find the answers to these questions. What registration would do me any favor kind? What kind of favor I'll get out of that? Other than all this FBI hassle and all that, what is the good thing in it?
Absolutely. Okay. Because for me, the main reason why I registered my business all those years ago, there were twofolds. One was because I was in a tech business and I thought that at some point I could raise investment. And for raising investment, you need to have your, books in order. You need to know your finances and you need to be a registered entity. It makes you look more serious. And the second reason was because I felt that it documented the fact that there's a woman who is running a business, because otherwise you're not taken seriously. The women entrepreneurs are seen as a very tiny fraction of our population, not worth moving the government machinery to make special policies for them and special packages for them. So for me, that was the main incentive. But I can understand that other people might find it, might think about why it was important. So I understand what you mean.
I think it is quite important. For looking at, if you look at the present scenario, everything is to be documented here in the country now. People are going towards the right direction. Banking is not as a freelance banking like it used to be. You cannot open up your account. जैसे पहले होता था कि भाई every Tom, Dick and Harry they can open up their account और यहाँ से money वहाँ से money वहाँ. The things are pretty difficult on every front now. But those who are genuine, there is no difficulty for them. So if I get myself registered, which I am thinking over, I think it won't do any harm to me. I would definitely like to give it a try. Why not?
So there is definitely no harm in registering your business, but there are benefits. For example, people say a lot of bad things about women's chamber and they just associate you with gossip groups and kitty parties and all. And I'm sure, those things happen, but I guess there's also a benefit to it because you get to sit with women and learn a lot from a lot of them who are very senior entrepreneurs, been doing it for a long time. So they do help you with your business. And also the exhibition part that you mentioned, that small businesses depend a lot on these exhibitions to get their products out and the word out. So they really help in that regard, I think. So yes, here's my pitch to you for registering your business.
Okay. I'm thinking over it. Seriously, I'm
great. As we wrap up, any advice, any word of advice, any life lesson, business lesson, something you want to say to other girls who are doctors but not practicing and want to do a business, anything?
Okay. One thing is, don't lose heart, follow your dreams. Do whatever you feel like doing. Life is too short to crib and look back and and think about the negative things. Just look forward. जैसे जिंदगी आती है उसको देखें. Find happiness in that and you will be happy. If you're happy, everything is happy.
Thank you so much, Amraji. Thank you for joining us for your lovely interview. It was nice talking to you.
Thank you, Maria. It was really a fun. Really, it is बहुत मजा आया. Thank you very much.
Wonderful.
For making me so comfortable.
Thank you so much everyone for watching. आज का हमारा ज़्यादा इंटरव्यू इंग्लिश में था, कम उर्दू में था, लेकिन आपको पता है कि हम क्या कह रहे थे. So it's okay. अगले दफा शायद इंटरव्यू पश्तो में हो जाए. क्या पता चलता है, मेरा कुछ भी पता नहीं चलता. मैं पश्तो भी कर लूँगी. ठीक है. अपना ख्याल रखें. लाइक करें, सब्सक्राइब करें, शेयर करें, कमेंट करें. जो आपने करना तो नहीं है, लेकिन no harm in me saying it. So thank you. Okay. Bye bye.